Let's get it. Hey, top of the morning, family. It is another supersonic morning momentum, and I am your host, Jared Walker. And look, let me get something straight. You have life in your body and you alive. Don't take that for granted. There's somebody today that's going to be anticipating your voice. They're going to be anticipating your choice. They're going to be anticipating you to show up. Not because you owe them anything, but because they value you. They cherish you. They love you. But first thing first, did you know that you love yourself? And if you do love yourself, then we can do something. But if you don't love yourself, that was a real question. Did you notice you love yourself? Because if you don't love yourself, we have a problem. And the problem is this: people who do not love themselves do not know themselves. And if you lack knowledge of self, then you lack knowledge of everyone else at a higher level than you can even comprehend. So being aware of who it is that you are allows you to see people for clearly who they are. And they are valuable. But if you don't know your value, you don't know your worth, you don't know what's inside of you that causes people to be attracted to you, then we got to get that part figured out first. Look, this Saturday, I'm actually going to be hosting an actual virtual event. It's only going to be an hour, but that joint is going to be the Monetize Your Message party. And that party is about to be a fun party. But here's the thing. It's going to be dealing with some of what I'm about to talk about today. So the only reason I'm telling you is so you can get a little taste of what's going to be happening. Look, when it comes down to love is four pieces. You got learning, then you have the observe, then you have value, and then you have everyone. So what I call it is learning to observe the value in everyone. If you can't observe the value in yourself, that's because you ain't learned yourself yet. Yep. And if you have yet to learn yourself, then you don't understand yourself. And what you do not understand about you is costing you a lot. It's literally costing you more than you really want to pay in the end. But yet you keep paying. You keep putting that same deposit down, not realizing that if it's not necessarily a deposit, it's actually a withdrawal from whom it is you are called to be. So if you don't know who you are, you don't understand yourself, let's go ahead and get some clarity on that. First and foremost, if you don't know who you are and who you are meant to be, take my belief, borrow my belief. I believe that you were created in the image of God. And not only were you created in the image of God, but you were actually given all types of purpose that can actually cause so much healing in more people's lives than you can even count or imagine. You a healer, fam. Now, how do you heal? You heal by what you reveal. See, when you open up your mouth and speak, and you speak with genuine concern for somebody else, because you understand, because you connect, this is what you call radical candor. See, if there is a caring and concerning for the other individual involved with whatever is being said, then here's the other piece. There has to be a directness, an honest directness. So if I care about you and I value you and I genuinely cherish you and I'm concerned for your well-being, then I have to give you honest, direct responses for whatever it is that needs to be said. See, I am honestly telling you that not only do you got this, fam, but there's somebody who needs you and you gotta wake up. That's the whole point of this. The Supersonic Morning Momentum. This is for you to wake up, but not just physically, but mentally and spiritually. You got to get going. You don't have time to waste. You got to get focused and stay there, because whether you woke up on purpose or not, I don't care if your alarm didn't wake you up the way you wanted to be woke up. It's all good, fam. Listen, it's the fact that you still alive. You still woke up with purpose attached to your life. You still woke up with literally purpose assigned to your life. So whether you are aware of it or not, you got to unmute yourself, but you got to unmute your love first, fam. You got to understand that you are somebody worth loving. You got to understand that you are somebody that is worth pursuing. There are people who are looking for you, but they can't find you. Now, why can't they find you? Is it because you're hiding? Possibly. Could it be that you're hiding from the purposes that have already been put on your tail? It's like a tracker situation. It's a heat sensor. It's a heat seeker. It's on you. You can't run from your purpose, fam. You can't run from your destiny. There is a destination attached to your identity. And if you run from it, it's always going to find itself showing up right in front of you in ways that you couldn't even imagine. And you're like, my goodness, why do I keep running into this? It's because you keep running away from it. You don't have to run to something if you're not running away from it. You can just walk with it with intentionality. You can be the person that not only walks with purpose and intention, but is aware of not only who they are, but who others are looking for. See, the value of your own life is so significant that there are people who genuinely value you even when you don't even know who you are. It's written all over you. You can smell it. You can feel it. It's like, oh, hold on. Yeah, I know who that is. Yeah, that's who is this? That's such and such. That's such and such. They know who you are. You like, you know who I am? Yeah, I know who you are. It's like Simba in The Lion King. Rafiki knew who he was, even though he had forgotten who he was. Simba forgot who he was, but Rafiki knew exactly who he was. And he didn't just know it, he told him. Sometimes you gotta have people tell you who you are. You are the son of Mufasa. Oh, you Mufasa's boy. Well, look, you are a child of the Most High. Oh, wow. Oh, you are created in the image of God. Oh, wow. You are somebody that I need in my life. Oh, wow. Why do I need you in my life? I need you in my life because God said so. How do I know that? Because everything that has come out of your mouth has changed my life. And if you open your mouth and you unmute yourself and you cause people to recognize and realize that they got to wake up because you told them who they were or showed them who they could be, because you showed them your scars. You showed them your scars and they saw evidence that they can be healed just like you. But if you don't do that, you don't unmute yourself, then you don't ever show anybody anything. Here you are hiding, and your purpose is seeking you. It's finding you every time. It is the greatest game of hide and go seek. When you have a purpose attached to your life and you go and you hide, it will always find you. It will seek you out. You can't separate from it. It's like Peter Pan with his shadow. He was seeking it, and then when he finally found it, he felt whole again. Well, the thing about your purpose is every time it finds you, you feel whole. But if you keep running from it and you keep turning away from it, then what you are doing is you are running in circles. You are in the rat race, my friend, and you don't have to remain there. You don't have to remain on the hamster wheel. You can take hold of what belongs to you. You can grab it, seize the moment, literally take what's yours and do something with it because it's somebody that needs you. It's not one person. Mm-mm. Oh, no, 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 no. You thought it was just one person waiting on you? Nah, there are millions of people that were looking for you. There are millions waiting on you to show up exactly how you were supposed to. But if you don't ever unmute yourself, if you never stop hiding, they're going to constantly be looking for you. And the worst thing that can happen is you can get to a certain point in your life where you realize, oh man, I wasted so much time. I wish I could have, or this is your opportunity. This is your moment. This is your chance. You don't have to wait for a second one. Every day is an opportunity. But if you don't capitalize on what is given to you right now, you're only going to minimize what you can do later. Look, we have opportunities presented to us every single day. We don't have to take advantage of every single one of them. They're not meant for us to take advantage of. But there are people who are looking for you, and you better believe that the value that God has put inside of you, it needs to be put out. It needs to be given. You better stop hoarding that value. Yep, I said it. Stop hoarding your value. You ever watch that show, Hoarders? Oh man, they homes be terrible. But here's the crazy part. What if your internal home, the actual home, your temple, your body, let's say your mind, your brain, what if that thing is hoarded with so much value, but you don't see it as that way? What if you are seeing your value, your treasures that you have earned as trash? And what if that's what's weighing you down? What if that value that you have is why you keep hiding from people? People who hoard and their homes are a mess, they don't want anybody to come over. They feel embarrassed. They're literally self-conscious about it. But what if you are hoarding all of this value and you don't want people to come into your life because you don't see it appropriately? And what if you do see it appropriately, but you're being selfish and you don't want to share it with anybody? What if you were like The individual who has stored up all of this wealth and won't share it with anybody, not even those who he said he did it for. See, what if you've went through so much pain in life and you've overcome so many things, you've outlasted and outlived so many things and challenges. So you're the most valuable person in some people's lives, but you're hoarding because you're hiding. Mm, mm. I'm gonna let that sink in because if you are hoarding your value and you're hiding your worth, then that means you're deciding daily not to unmute yourself. You're keeping it to yourself. And I want to challenge you. I dare you to start seeing your value as the very gifts that God gave you to go and give to others, to distribute what has been gifted to you so that you can go gift it to others. I dare you to look in the mirror and see that you are fearfully and wonderfully created. You are someone who is worth living with and living for. You are somebody who is worth learning to understand. You are worth loving. You are the person who can love themselves. You can learn to observe the value in everyone, including yourself. See, I know something about you that you don't know. See, I know that you experienced some things a long time ago, and it wasn't even that long ago, more than likely, but you've experienced some things that have caused you to look at life quite a bit differently. And because of how you are seeing life, it is causing you to have a hard time just showing up. I get it. It hurt. I get it. What happened, happened. I get it. Trust me. I understand that it happened. I cannot say I understand how you feel because I'm not you. But I can say that I understand that which you overcame, that which you experienced, there's somebody experiencing it right now waiting on you to unmute yourself so they don't have to carry the burden by themselves. See, they're waiting on you. They just don't know it. See, they don't know that you have exactly what they need because you won't unmute yourself. They don't know that you're hiding in plain sight, but you do. Yeah. See, you know you have a perspective that they need because it's a perspective you need. You just got to take hold of it, fam. Stop hiding. Stop hiding and unmute yourself. And if you genuinely care about those around you, then you will actually seek and find out which one of them is actually in the most need of what you have. You ever question why certain people in your life? Man, why are they in my life? Why am I in their life? Hmm. Did it ever cross your mind that the reason that certain people are in your life is because there's something that they need from you? So while you're withholding and not giving, not only are you weighed down and burdened by that thing or those things, but you're also withholding. And you wonder why some people they overstay their welcome. It's because you are the one who caused them to do it. They still waiting on you to give them what it is that they were sent to you for. So if you want certain people to leave, open up your mouth and give them what they need. That way the mission can be accomplished, the purpose can be fulfilled, and they can move on to the next step of their life. And you can feel like you're less weighed down. Why? Because you got rid of that which didn't belong to you anyways. See, sometimes God will put a gift in you so that you can go give it to somebody else. Yep. Sometimes the gifts that you have are meant for somebody else. You don't believe me? Have children. Children are like arrows in a quiver. You got to shoot them someday. You got to let them go. And those arrows will change lives. They will impact lives. And once those arrows meet the mark, they hit the mark, then they were impactful. Yep. So the gift that was given to you was meant to impact somebody else. See, when you send your children off and they go start doing all these great things and impacting the world, impacting so many people's lives, guess what happens? That's evidence that they were gifted to you to be a gift to somebody else. Yep. So take advantage of what you have right now. And there's life. It's time. You don't know how much time you got. Therefore, you don't know how much life you got. But what you do know is what I know. You got this. You still here, fam. Get focused. Stay focused. And understand that you can move forward and you ain't got to stay still. Don't have to remain stagnant. Push. You got this. If you need some help, reach out, ask somebody. If you need, reach out to me. As a matter of fact, this Saturday, family, I told you what's going down. And if you're interested in that, go ahead and drop a me in the chat. And I'll be sure to send that to you, because this Saturday is about to be phenomenal. But first thing first, we got to focus on your phenomenality, your identity, your originality, your intentionality, the person that you are meant to be. Come and be right now is the things that you need to be focused on. And that's today. So let's focus on today and anticipate tomorrow. But focus on what you got. And you got this, fam. Much love. I love y'all. I'm out. Until later.